I don't want to waste your time to introduce President Bido. We have a lot of work around to do. He does not require an introduction. But I will say, Your Excellency, the National Commission for Civic Education and the Ministry of Information want to give you an award for your civic leadership and for setting civic tone. And that is how we want to usher you to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise on your feet for those of you who can. We have a very special award to give to His Excellency, opening. Award presented to His Excellency President Dr. Julius Maada, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, the national champion for civic education and open government partnership, in recognition of your exemplary leadership and devotion to promoting civic education and open governance partnership. Let's please put our hands together. Congratulations, Your Excellency. Thank you, Excellency. Please remain standing as His Excellency takes the podium now to deliver his keynote. Let's please give him a big, big round of applause.
Thank you very much. Let's sit down, please. The Chief Minister, Ministers of Government, Members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, the guest speaker, Dr. Mavuso, a great man, and thank you for being part of a movement that saved so many and has given freedom to a great people in South Africa. Religious and traditional leaders, development partners, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think it's still good afternoon. Of course, it's a profound opportunity to be here at this 2025 edition of the Salon Civic Festival. And I'm here to interact with you on national issues. But let me begin by warmly recognizing our distinguished international guests who have traveled from afar, the United States of America, Kenya, Somaliland, but as close as Liberia too, Canada, Nigeria, in order to grace this occasion. Your presence here reaffirms our shared commitment to democratic governance and people-centered development. I also want to pay special tribute to our guest speaker, and I've started to do that already, Dr. Mavuso. We thank you for your lifelong service to public accountability and for being here to share with us your remarkable story and experience. We've just gotten a hint of that. I would love to listen to you for as long as possible. Maybe we'll find that time. We are gathered here today in a space that bears a familiar name, but with a new purpose. We are here at the newly designed Miata Civic Center, formerly known as the Miata Conference Center. From this day forward, this building will be the home of a new civic culture in Sierra Leone. My government is transforming this space into a national hub for civic engagement, creativity, and digital innovation. The Miata Civic Center will be a place where citizens speak truth to power, where artists create the future, where innovators experiment, and where government connects directly with people. We've already seen my ambassador speak truth to power. But let power speak truth to the people. To whom much is given, much is expected. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our annual civic festival is not just a mere event. It is a platform for citizens to see how their government architecture works. For the next 3 days, government institutions, artists, professionals, and community voices will share their single civic space to converse on national issues. It is an opportunity to deepen our democratic peace by bringing government closer to the people, giving them access to information, and for them to have a say in the way they are being governed. In addition to this civic festival, we have introduced weekly government press briefings that you are all familiar with. We have held civic town hall meetings across this country, and we have fostered open dialogue on civic political issues and governance reform policies. Since the days of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission at Bintumani 1 and 2, of which I was also a participant, no administration, and I say this as authoritatively as possible, in Sierra Leone has committed itself to promoting press freedom and creating space for national conversation than my government. So today I'm glad to be here and to announce that we are also taking steps to restore our national voice by reviving two historic institutions that once shaped our national consciousness but have been long abandoned. First, we are bringing back the Sierra Leone Daily Mail. The Daily Mail returns not as a relic of the past, but as a modern digital and public interest press house. I assure you of that change. It will serve as an authoritative source for factual reporting and civic education. The one the way they lie. It will carry investigative stories and historical features that rebuild our national values. This is the rebirth of a national institution designed to strengthen our democracy. Second is the rebirth of SLENA. Not everybody is clapping because I see very young faces here, they don't know what SLENA is. The Sierra Leone News Agency, established in 1977, before a lot of them were born. It's been reborn as a modern multimedia nationwide service, wire service. In an age of fake news, SLENA will be dedicated to ensuring that citizens receive verified, inclusive, and timely information. It will maintain correspondence in all districts and actively counter misinformation and disinformation. So together, both the Daily Mail and SLENA will rebuild the backbone of Sierra Leone's public information architecture. To ensure open government, I'm proud to launch the GovSL. This is a single central digital platform built by DSTI to give citizens a reliable place to find all government announcements, policies, and institutional contacts. And we serve as the primary national information gateway. Furthermore, to ensure transparency, we have launched the Medium-Term National Development Plan dashboard, which was referred to by the deputy, which I have urged the respective ministries to display here at the festival. For the first time, any citizen can track national development, sector by sector, district by district, target by target. That is how open we are. This is accountability through technology. To support this ecosystem, I'm also launching 3 critical policy frameworks today. 1, the government information policy. 2, the records and archives policy. And 3, the national film and video policy. These policies will shape how we communicate, how we preserve our history, and how we support our creative industries. Ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, TRC, was established to create an impartial record of our civil war and to make recommendations for lasting peace in this country. In paragraph 202 of chapter 4 of the volume 2 of its report, the Commission recommended that government declares 18th January as the official day of the end of the war as a National Reconciliation Day, dedicated to honoring the victims of the war and promoting peace in this country. As many of the recommendations in the TRC, only this government, nearly after 20 years, is implementing them. Therefore, in fulfillment of that recommendation, now, therefore, I, Brigadier Julius Maada, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and like they have said, Supreme Head of State, Grand Commander of the Order of the Republic, and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Sierra Leone, do hereby proclaim that the 18th day of January shall be commemorated as the National Remembrance Day throughout the Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you. We have to remember the many people who died for us. Some of us carry the scars. Sometimes when I walk, they think I'm bluffing when I limp. Some carry the scars internally. We have to remember their sacrifice. The National Remembrance Day will be dedicated to civic education, community service, peace building, and honoring the victims and survivors of that war. It will be a day of reflection to deepen national cohesion and unity, and to say never again. I call on the Ministry of Information and Civic Education and the Peace Commission to lead our annual efforts in this regard. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here to lend our voices to the 2025 Civic Festival, let us also bear in mind that tomorrow, 12th December, we will also commemorate universal health coverage. And that is to reaffirm to the world that health is a fundamental civic and human rights issue. No wonder the Minister of Health is here. I'm bringing this issue here to reinforce that we can only attain our national ambition of reaching a middle income status by 2039 by maintaining a healthy, educated, and well-nourished population. Therefore, my government remains committed to human capital development, sustainable health financing, and the redesigning of primary health care that is fit for purpose. We are transforming our system to ensure that the essential health service package gets to the intended beneficiaries. We are not yet fully there, I must say, but our reforms are working, and the data tells a powerful story of our progress. On maternal mortality or maternal health, we have reduced maternal mortality ratio from 1,682 per 1,000 live births in 2000 to 354 per 1,000 in 2023. This shows a massive 79% reduction over 2 decades. If you can't clap for yourselves, clap for the Ministry of Health. On child survival, our under 5 mortality has declined sharply from 225 per 1,000 live births in 2000 to 101. I don't know why the one is still there, even per 1,000 births in 2022. Mr. Minister, by tomorrow you have to take that one off, so we only deal with 100. We are also seeing preterm babies surviving and thriving in special care baby units across the country than before. Ladies and gentlemen, it may be slow and difficult, but we are making progress. And I appeal to the younger people, we have to carry you, and we have to teach you to be patient. Rome was not built in a day. As I conclude, I wish to express my profound gratitude to, of course, the Minister of Information and Civic Education and the entire staff for their vision and leadership in delivering this festival. I also want to thank every ministry. I can see a lot of ministers here, and those ministers who are not here, their deputies are here. Departments, agencies, for presenting their work here. And we have the opportunity to see if the work you present here is the work you have done. I look forward, therefore, to visiting as many booths as possible. Just note that if I don't, this is just a wish and not a promise. This is not talk and do yet. Talk and do. Boku waka waka di pandawande, and next they come, so I may not be able. So, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, over the next 3 days, I will encourage all of you to engage with policymakers, support our artists and young innovators. Ask questions, seek clarity, be part of the national journey. With great pride in our civic journey and with confidence in our national renewal, I now formally declare the 2025 Salon Civic festival officially open. I had already announced the National Information Policy. It's here. Records Management and Archives Policy. It's here. May not talk to the part talk, but you not do them. And the National Film Policy. These are all of them. What is this? Just let me show you my picture where they do this one. Daily Mail. The first Daily Mail is out. So now the older one, they know more the clap for Daily Mail. May God bless you all, and may God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone, the land that we love. Thank you.
One more time for His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Maada. Your Excellency, thank you for inspiring us, and thank you for your bold, exemplary leadership. It is a true honor to serve on your team and to listen to you talk, and your commitment to these values are truly inspiring.
So they put all the youth plan them together, and what we don't do this year, where government don't give budget, we now don't put all the youth sector budgets together. We don't can go to Ministry of Development. We don't say that this then government don't put for we for next year. Now let all development partner there, all the money we then self plan for invest by young people next year. Let us self bring a lot, put them together. We plan and we agree on 3 things so one for target next year. For example, though we not agree it, but we too long suggest to them 1 na agriculture, 2 na skills development, and 3 na entrepreneurship. But I come to waiting at the key things that we want for achieve. Inside agriculture, we want for do training, mass training across all the chiefdoms there, and try for revamp with chiefdom farms. We want for train women there, and what we call tractorization, for able for operating tractors, and we are training the give startup kits. But what we find out, really now that everybody, when a young person, they engage in trade. Because even the one when they into agriculture, they sell. But the one thing where they like, they don't get money. So based on the assessment what they do, by this cash transfer, when at 66,000, we don't find out say really this money it's fine, but they do nothing for them. So together as a ministry, we don't develop what we call the social safety net to low income earners. We on target, we say God go give you the money, now 20,000 one give per person. And that 20,000 day with a target 4 million people in this country. We be say the one way they sell na abacha, the one way they graduate to, the one way they sell na their luma there. We say God go give you the money, and we don't target the figure. If you multiply 20,000 by 4 million, they give you 8 billion. If you divide that into dollars, now like $3.3 million. So we say God go give you that money there across all this country for the first time. We go try for do that and the reason why we do that and now because we believe say where that young person get money, it will prevent them for going to treat and do bad thing. It will engage her into trade. 20,000 leones, now like $800 equivalent. What we don't look at. Then they can able for make somebody start something meaningful for himself. And skills development, we don't just give them money there. We believe say, I like you want sweep street if you go school for her. I like you want do anything if you learn, if you go school for her. So in addition to the program we will roll with the bike, we will also make sure say we will roll out as many skills development program. In fact, that money God will help you we get. We're not gonna give you if we not train you. You gotta get for train you in digital financial literacy, which means say you're able for save money in a bank, you're able for formalize yourself, and you're able for save plenty money and do the things that you want for do. Plenty thing there, but I see the moderator they watch me, so I go pause for now. And I'm still available for let you ask me more tough questions for them because this is an opportunity for me for the first time from who launch that report for like we talk to young people there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, we youth minister. When they come back to you, we get so much for car unpack. So now for all and the force, when they come back. And then we come to the only female now this panel here. So Minister Siba, I get for question. You why now one? No, me na moderator. Me na moderator. So we need we this panel no balance. This panel balance. Now only one woman on a get. Now we two, in fact, that they bully we safe. So we don't hear where the chief minister talk about this tech, infrastructure, innovation, all these things there. So, and I know that the young people get so many things them for land, but I just want to hear from you. Who side we they currently in the tech space? Who side salon they?
Thank you very much. I do agree. Say they don't bully we, but no worry. We more than enough. The one person. But really, thank you to the chief minister. Waiting layout, and I think so. Waiting very important for me family understand what the chief minister layout. Now development in infrastructure, because we can't talk about technology. You can't talk about infrastructure if the or innovation if the basic infrastructure when a connectivity not there. And if you think as a chief minister say, oh, can 2018, what was there? Our infrastructure was basically very, very limited. When they talk about 2G, even if at that, if you talk about we capacity, we again a 90 gig, when they talk about the country. So government, development partners, and private sector, we realize say we get for really significantly invest for build the infrastructure where so much of the technology and the innovation get for ride on, and that's not so easy work for do for build that infrastructure. You see the amount of money we don't put into that infrastructure. We not say infrastructure is perfect. We not say we don't go reach outside we want for go, but we just say significant improvements on the for build infrastructure. And I make you see because of the technology and innovation now they spring up because of that availability of infrastructure. I'm not going to go again into the gains we don't be made by infrastructure because the chief minister don't really lay them out well. Now maybe I will talk about technology. Specifically, maybe I talk about technology. I will talk about the availability of digital solutions, digital services right across. Right now across government, if you go most ministries, departments, and agencies, we use some form of technology for improve how they do things. And what they talk about are two ways. Most ministries, departments, and agencies, they use some form of technology for improve even how we operate and how governments they operate itself. Whether now through email services, which people might think small. But if you think now the fact say most government, ministries and department agencies are using emails to communicate, more think about how then they reduce paper communication, how then they don't bring efficiency and accountability. And if you talk about paper, then that's towards the budget. So many ministries and agencies before me get for allocate so much of them budget to paper and stationaries, but because of now we don't introduce emails, we see that budget say they go down and that money they then they divert them to something else. If we talk about even across how then they operate, how government it communicates with itself, we don't see how technology don't improve that day. But then there's another angle where now how they use technology for improved services to citizens. Now the fact say, well, we don't introduce OneGov. I don't know how many people are familiar with OneGov, but if you're not, I advise you for please go to the ministry in booth, right? At the entrance, now somebody go help you sign up. OneGov now with single window government to citizen service platform. This single window government to citizens platform are there where they look for on board all government services. So if you think about it, how you apply for your passport, how you apply for your driver's license, how you apply for birth certificates, how you apply for anything across government, we will look for how can consolidate and they on one platform where the citizen go recognize and then go use for apply, pay, and have information on how for pick up anything there. So to date, you know, able get 19 government services. This time in doing with pilot phase, the meter and I will start with. And maybe I could just say this just to show the true transformative effect of that day. Before when you apply for meter and a salon, when you apply, you go put your paper inside. There was a process for where you don't apply, where you don't pay. Just for me then go na the warehouse for able allocate say, okay, this person here so don't pay. We get meter available. That process let me use for take 2 weeks. But now because we use OneGov and even the warehouse, the stock we get has been digitized. Now, as soon as you apply, immediately the system, they go now the stock database, see the availability of meters, immediately allocate you your meter. So that thing when they take 2 weeks, so but people and go talk, say I don't apply for meter, 30 they are not get. Significantly, we don't see how technology they reduce that they make people's lives better. There's so many other examples of digital solution. Me brother and I also, they just introduced the work permit system. Now people are able to apply for work permits online, receive it, and it will significantly improve that process and then become accountable. I can go on and on and on, right across different sectors. In the education sector, we've seen it. In the financial sector, we've seen it. Even within agriculture, we see the improvements where they come on. So that is for technology, how governments use technology for improved services. But even across private sector, we don't see businesses also transforming and using more technology to make people's lives better, to even also improve their own services. Now I go to innovation, because I always like to divide my ministries into 3 areas. Innovation is one of the also critical, how I use the space that you're in. And really we'll talk about not also Yamindi. I think just this year alone, through the ministry, through the hubs, innovation hubs, I think we have over 15 in the country, spread right across the country. In fact, that through the programs that we're doing, the ministry will launch annual innovation summits that we do, which each year we gather for 3 days. We do trainings, we do awareness, and we do programs. We have our hackathons that we do. We have our training programs that we do as well. Through the Ready Salon project, which is a $9 million project that is co-implemented with the Ministry of Youth and Ministry of Trade. We see the significant support that are going to the hubs, and they touch the young people there as well. And we see people coming up with solutions that really solve the just yesterday we go out, we see this young person, Dundas, where the car with this solution where they use salt water for generate electricity. These are not ad hoc things that the country doesn't need. We see young people every day coming up with different solutions where they solve a problem. And that President Bio believe in, say his belief that the young people, the bright minds, the creative minds, they have the solutions to ensure that, as the Chief Minister said, 2039, that we can deliver Sierra Leone into a middle-income country.
Thank you so much. But I'm clap for minister. The minister clearly they tell we say with a digitized salon, and they don't give it step by step and waiting the ministry they do. More put your hands together for him again.
Okay. Thank you very, very much for we 2 speakers. We not go understand what this mean. How are they know say technology don't improve? Right now, if you check your phone, today when some of we the university, we write letter na share they go letter. They can't go anywhere. It take days. You dey go and check if driver don't carry your back. But now my mama is send VN from her send money. So that is how we have come so far. The challenge there, but we all they work together for provide the solution. They say picky we know what kind my plus as elect. Somebody will not be don't see the other side. It just feel say this neither the daily thing. But we will be done there. The youth minister don't show we in preparedness. Because when they give you anything, any problem, first analyze the problem, accept there's a challenge, then see how you go around the challenge for provide solution. Former boss always tell me that you will overcome the existing challenge and provide solution. So, I want to tell her plenty thanking, because that's a very big sector where free governance anchor on. Then, the co-moderator, how many women then at the panel? But when I see where the woman they lay am here, don't say if there be 2 naira abroad. You see, God made man for He put her to sleep. He put in rib for make woman. Imagine if God will make woman first. He lay down the sleep. Then you see possibly they play na inside. Like 30 the man not carry it. What they do na inside? So, now so it is great that we bring una to for balance. The next we will go to is we talk about labor and social security. When you create employment, you are also going to be concerned. You give people them job, and what do they expect after all these services? So when we say the Minister of Labor and Social Security, we did not say to the minister for let it tell you in your contribution to achieving the president in this nation. We get the opportunity for listening to Honorable Directman Sorry. Never be they speak English with a hide we write time. We'll go speak after we come back.
Okay. Good afternoon, Fambulen. I want congratulate my brother and colleague, Mr. Chernoba, indeed and in team, for instituting this town hall. I think it's a great opportunity for share information, cross-fertilize ideas and experiences. One for Teluna, plenty, thank you. At the start from Musa, my sister Salima begin, well end, I think at some point. They don't talk the importance, the significance of, the digital thing they do now. Correspondence and what have you. I got real practical experience with this. When His Excellency President Bill appoints me to the Ministry of Information and Communications back then in 2018, I come in there, for the most part, people them they use them private emails then for do official business. So for like a year, some conference and then na AU, na ECOWAS, Sierra Leone they get represented because they send the email to that person private address. So for some long time, so somebody reach out after a year, like, who begin attend. So, but look, Sierra Leone not the see una parent conference. I said, oh, no, they invite you. They said, no, they invite you now. Look at the email they all they send. West Alima they take over by the minister and will hand over email and this, that. So His Excellency's government has been committed to digitalization. I just take another notch up every other time. So I may need for share down there. That during that period, they assure Sierra Leone lost considerable opportunities then. I want to start you with a question. Waiting we they contribute to the process. One of the key mandates of the ministry, apart from setting the rules of engagement across government, across business, in the employment landscape, we also, amongst other things, they determine the country minimum wage. Without the student they allow we lab with permission from the chairperson. Would that be the country current minimum wage? Anybody? See? Somebody? Yes, that's not the minimum wage, sir. Yes, go on. 800, you're correct. So, His Excellency President Julius Maada bill, now in the first word, me say, that money is low, and not able to help people them for make ends meet. But we talk about all this in the midst of a difficult global challenge. However, we still think say if we compensate people there for the work they do. So after months of negotiations with employers there, day before yesterday, we don't now agree say would they increase the minimum wage to 1,200 leones. It might not solve all the problems, but that one day for the government show say would they appreciate. Again, there's a better condition provision. That means that because we then say 1,200, no more you could give. You could do better if you can afford it. So now one of the good news then where His Excellency say, oh, share now. This will come into effect in April next year. The other thing where I want to talk, what will they do for contribute to this whole process? And I'm a ministry, we get something they call a trade testing unit. That trade testing unit, what they do, where my colleague them in the talk, where Mr. Sano they talk, and mention technical vocational education and training. You know, more often than not, government in the past, government in the target people then early school leavers. People then they will not go school at all. All throughout they not been get opportunity for go school. Some they don't learn a trade, some they na carpenter, na mason, na what have you. They want for formalize that and trade day. So you come to the Ministry of Labor, we work with you, we work with certified institutions there for validate that you experience what you get, that you learning what you don't do. So that you can now apply, for example, for a job somewhere, or you can able put out an advert if you're an entrepreneur for yourself. So that's one thing what they do for make sure say we not left nobody behind. Because His Excellency very care about that. We they talk about inclusive politics, inclusive growth, inclusive development. No one of us be left behind. That's the spirit. Yeah. Then we come to couple of weeks ago, we go for a workshop along the peninsula. Me and my colleagues there. We walk around. So my friends, they said the joblessness boku now. I said, look at that boat, man, they all. They not go. Now the guy say, now ask the guy, how much did they earn? The guy say, on a good day, each and every one of we they get 150,000 leones. 150 leones. He said, on a good day, each and so no, on a bad day, another than they get. Yeah? So, what's all they talk about? Well, they talk about the challenges of informality. Because we not get a way for tracking them people their income, now that make what they say they not get job. But this is so now that make my ministry, working with other ministries, we want to extend social security to the informal sector so that we will bring them at the net. We don't take very bold step. Why would they do that? Salon has been to hell and back. We don't get a debilitated 11-year-old or we don't get COVID, we don't get Ebola, we don't get mudslide. Each and every one of them shock there, they left people there, Boku people there, especially women and young people there, into more and more poverty. So, now that make we want to extend social protection to the informal sector so that when that thing happen, then self will be able to insulate them from vulnerability. They're not going to get too poor. Then we will better. You know, where COVID can, where Ebola can, we been to get something, like we not go work. Not so? Government in the fair way for how we get something. They get salary we month done. But then people then able where to go sell, yeah, me where to go sell, where that thing they happen, we quarantine people there, and not to go pass government member you. Otherwise, you not get any source of income. Now that vulnerability they President BO and that make it the urge we for ensure say we extend social protection to the informal sector. Yeah? And I'm very pleased for not say we don't do the heavy lifting. To this point, you know, the law, they now, with law officers department, we don't get the first draft offer. Inshallah, in the first quarter of next year, we they launch this program for begin roll out, for enhance the resilience of Sierra Leoneans, even in difficult times, even when they face shocks. I think that one is very important. The other bit what they do, we not only look after people that when they work, you know. Well, after years of dedicated service to this country, when you retire, you know, now that's the way you need the state for supporting, because now the states now you give you all to. So now that make we get NACIT. NACIT for make sure say now that we make a compulsory, mandatory, as long as you get an employer-employee relationship, you know, you forget social security. Then for the Bambai, where you don't old. Yeah? Or with any of them contingencies, old age, invalidity, if you left the work, something happen to you, you never work again. Invalidity, or you pass off, you survive, the people that would survive you. Yeah? You beneficiary, then go look after. So, Nadame could they do that. So, what's the NACI they do right now? They make sure they will look after even the aged. Let's wrap up. I see they look. Let's just wrap up on this note. I might not have too many of these opportunities. So look after people then from the time when they start their career up to the time they exit by Social Security. Finally, for this first round, I want for tell una say government very concerned about the health and well-being of young people there, particularly the one that the young people then generally. Now that make where the kush don't begin ravage with society. His Excellency has not hesitated. They don't deploy everything from legislation to resources. Last night, I've been there at a banquet where they deliver the keynote address for employers. I tell them, say, the need for invest in the health and well-being of the workforce. Now, this workforce with the employer, now then they work for with the labor force, right? Otherwise, you're going to rely on experts. And experts, my boss before previously tell me, say, they are very expensive creatures. Yeah? So you have to invest in the health and well-being of the local Sierra Leonean populace. I've challenged the chief minister, now that you know this, we have been talking. I've shared this idea. It's got very rave reviews. We want to get a round table with the employers so that they can support us address this menace of Kush. Why am I saying it? A couple of them don't write to me. Say the medical bills they go up, the employee there, when they don't go, then they test there, they don't now discover, say, then they take synthetic drugs. As a government, we have to go in now. Tomorrow might be late. So now some events in there, but the panel.
Thank you so much, Mr. Minister. The minister gets so much for saying that time not there enough. So we will come back to you for the next question. But I want to go to the next panelist. This person, when you talk about youth and entrepreneurship, now they defend this person. And luckily for me, 2017, when I be there 17, I win award now from in organization Life by Design. They give me award for like the best youth innovation and then excellence in youth innovation. So I come to Mr. Joe Abbas. You don't in this youth space and entrepreneurship space for a very, very long time. And we don't see so many young people, young entrepreneurs, them where they come up currently. What do you go say now? Some of the things that we don't see and we want for share with the young people where they are today in terms of entrepreneurship and business, basically.
Thank you very much. I would sidestep your question for say the big Atwa area so today na the Africell cap na de so today for Africell for Seka the managing director been supposed for there we know they are out of the country. So I want to start with Andy first very quickly, then I can jump on this other one where obviously I'm super passionate about. Africell, if you've been talking about most of the stuff that I've done over the last 20 years, they could not have happened without Africell. So Africell has been the engine behind every foray we've made into innovation, personally, from Life by Design, and Africell has been the engine behind that. But even as a company, if you listen everything that has been said and you look at the 5 big game changers, where government say the infrastructure for drive 95% of those things, they're tied to the services where we provide as a company, whether not through voice calls, whether not through data, and everything where we do for connect young people, them connect the world, connect the ministries, whether not the OneGov platform where we talk about Sojis now, anything that you can fly out of this country, and you don't need for team up and anybody in face pay you give me receipt, but you could process everything through your phone and then pay through AfriMoney and then get you where you go, then just they take the QR code phone to phone and then get them. So I'd really want to offer my heart again to everything where the Minister for Communication say and Communication and Technology and the Minister of Information put a beautiful thing together because evidences are there. I don't ask for Brian number just now. I'd like forget Brian number. I'd like forget that point there. Because when people allow we for talk without numbers, anybody can pull story. When people allow we for talk without numbers, anybody can pull story. Africell has over 580 sites in the country, and 88% of those are on 4G. If I just give you a free numbers here, 88% of them are 4G. Then they run on 4G. 50% of those sites are solar powered. By end of 2026, 100% of those sites would be on solar. 100% with the plan now for making them 100% solar. Talk about any major thing where government, when they talk about where government go on for do, you can't leave the telecoms and waiting where they do BN. So that's why we are so proud that we get this critical role. And we compete with water, we compete with light in terms of the importance of the role where we play. We're supporting government whether now we MOU we signed with Felitech City, that once we get on stream in terms of whatever interventions we get for do or work with the Ministry of Communications, forget whatever involvement we will do there, but 100% with ABN government as AfriCell, as a company, to make sure we can drive the aspiration of not just government, but young people in the country. The chief minister there, so the Minister of Information say, it talks about, the role that we've played earlier in the very early stage of, before anybody begin to talk about innovation at this country. 2012, exchange with the chief minister, Kelvin Doe, the first person we, even if you want to pull the story, it started with Kelvin Doe. But okay, people let me know already, but the chief minister and I played a key role from day one. Emails, exchanges, everything till Kevin go, World Make a Fair in America, Chelsea Clinton host them. Me and chief minister, we draft the slide deck where Kelvin use from that pitch where he do it, where Chelsea, TEDx teen challenge where you go do. Me and the chief minister, now we prepare the slide deck. So for young people in this country, if I can go back to that in there, there's opportunity where we get as young people in here and outside, wherever you're in the country, you get opportunity where we on time will be the beginning, we not get that opportunity there. So I think we for stop for complain, we for start for make use of the opportunity where we get. Once we the old government, whilst we the old, the one them where they before we accountable for the role where they're supposed to play, I think say we not for stop. Like we say constantly, your life, you can shape them. Your life, that's until you can design. So let's leverage everything we do, from the technology we have they provide, from waiting Ministry of Labor they able for provide, and all the government ministry, not for complain. Wake up in the morning, find something for do with you, and the one them wake grab and team up. Then they make more advancements past the one they wait, sit on the wait for let people do something for them. So congratulations again to the ministries, information and Mokti for the massive advancements that we've made in this country for make sure say we continue for grow. And the numbers for speak, and I think for all we self accountable. We should not allow anybody talk anything in this country where they put story, where not they tell the numbers. Because ultimately at the end of the day, like Brian said, the numbers speak. That's what I want to say for this.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joabas. And thank you for everything we've done in the innovation space and for, of course, for AfriCell contribution. I want to come to the last speaker, Mr. Keller. You sit on at the Youth Council, now you're the Youth Council president. And I know say you don't do so many good things, but one for really talk about the pressing things where they currently happen to the youth, them when are the push. Waiting you as Youth Council, waiting a council don't do, which policy they wanna don't set in place for ensure say the people and within our street or the young people and within our street will really this push they affect or when a drug addicts them. Waiting I don't do for ensure say the kush thing will stop or we're able for control this kush thing where they happen to young people.
Thank you so very much. When the chief minister will talk, he starts with something. He say when he talk to people them and say we are delivering, we foresee waiting. So chief minister will get some to himself will add to that slogan. Young people in this country, I get one or two slogans we are bring back from Nigeria a few days ago. The one they say build the youth, the one they say build the nation. I they go to that question without my ask. Now they drive. Build the youth. Build the youth. When you build the youth, you don't build the nation. So this kind of slogan where every young person forget in this country and chief minister Wale Adam to wherever they go. The other one they talk about technology and skills development. In Nigeria, because of the population, we didn't get so much. They don't look at it and say, even the degrees. Now we talk about more than 5,000 don't graduate recently, a few days ago, more than. They don't get nothing for do. So what do they do? They say one skills, one youth, two skills. They encourage, in fact, they don't make a slogan now. Everybody, we don't come out graduate, you don't come out college, you don't come. because of the job market too small, then they say let everybody go into skills development. You learn 2 skills. If this don't work, this the work. If this don't work, this the work. So they bring again say 1 youth, 2 skills. 1 youth, 2 skills. This they just bring some of this there to we make we know exactly how we government for shape the young people them. Now not just depend on degrees. Back to the question. When you look at the president in 5 big changes, you look at number 3, youth employment scheme. When you open them, you dey see youth council they among the 4 people them we responsible for this. And based on that, when Kush came to this country, the youth council was the first. Check SIBC, check AYV, then will tell you. Now we first engage the media and begin recommend to government on how we for move. Quite recently, when the president make the pronouncement, myself and the honorable minister sitting here, we engage Professor Sa on how we for move. And that drive become from the minister. He say, Mr. President, youth president, we need for move and you need for the part of this movement. And besides that, the Youth Council has been one of the main force in all across the country. The network big so much that we did down to the last village. When the president made the pronouncement last year, now we this will be the all over, make sure we arrest them and hand them over to the enforcement agency, not the police. So we advocacy not just stop there. We they on push advocacy, we they do engagement, we they all over the place and they talk to them. Why would they do that? Because Mr. Abbas just say, when you let them go, we are losing the youthful space. The Honorable Minister of Labor also said that when we allow them go away, we are losing a major force. Now, we just look at the Field Salon project. What's in the happen? Now, young people will go into that. We are looking at the tech space, the innovation space. Abede, Ethiopia. I'm glad that you are here, the corporate space. Young people in Ethiopia don't build an app. Wherein like the one who don't graduate now. They don't build an app. Wherein that they work with the private sector, creating jobs online for those intern, graduates who not get work it. It's high time like government start working with the private sector on those bases. Create that art, you work online, get what they get, where they make, you might know they move you to drugs and other things. Then build 2 apps. Now Ethiopia. And a student then one. The one now for student then we like the one that we there so. They don't create an app wherein you don't need for go class and worried about what you go meet. Everything is online. You study at home, wherever, deliver assignment online. And I tell them, I want this thing as alone. They say, okay, we do one, but we test the online now. We want to bring the offline. As long as we are done with that, we'll make you implement this in Sierra Leone. So even the job side, that one is also happening. Then they try on that by next year, the moment they are done with that, and they will bring the space to Sierra Leone. But it's high time we start engaging them before allowing them go to this, because it's an addiction thing. We always say, what you for do now, what you for do now. That the minister just said it. Now, even if they go, I could remember the last time the honorable minister here sitting, take the venture to take most of them privately to hospital. I know, will tell you, but we know what it means. Yesterday, I just asked for one drug test with the police, and then tell me, see, one test cost like 8,000 leons, 8 million old leons for one. So you know what it means when you allow them and taking them out. What will be the cost on government? So the government has a major rule now to during it. In fact, my recommendation was, I've always been saying this, let's cut the supply link and we deal with the one that were there. Thank you for now.
Thank you very much to this panel, and special thank you to Mr. Joe Abbas and Africell. Sometimes you want to mistake Africell as a government entity because they look at our development trajectory and just try to provide the service. there's no village. They go tell you that Africa no more there. And that is how the private sector help governance or they help government for deliver service to them. The space now we all them. Now, because we don't there for long, people don't listen. We really want to get the conversation. We want to hold people and so and see waiting that we own question for us. You don't talk plenty things about in preparedness, the assignments where you get, how you don't do your assessments, present reports, for ensure it deliver on the mandate on the youths. The Minister of Labor and Social Security don't talk, technology don't talk. Now we want this ask the question.
And when I ask difficult questions, though, when I remember where the chief minister be say that they give $300 to youth there, so the minister there for answer and they how Mister will get that $300 because Mister for that $300. So when I ensure when I ask very difficult question, when I don't get opportunity for ask there again, then sit down here and the minister say we listen and we judge. And so it say oh, so we get for judge there. Okay, we'll take 5 questions at a time. So 1, 2 at the back. 3.
No,
lady.
take 3 women, 2 men.
Yes.
3 women.
There's a
2
lady
man.
there. So please, if I point you, please stand up. So the one from convent.
We really want to hear from woman name.
2, 3. 1 more women. Okay, up. Yes, please stand up so we'll go see you. 5 questions at a time. So 1, 2, 3, then 2. What the man then? I don't pick one, so 1 more. More get from this row. Okay, the last person. Where they be? Will they come back soon? Will they come back soon?
Which number 1?
Number 1, the lady from convent. Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Eden Mila Kamara and a representative of the St. Joseph's. I want to say a big thank you to everybody present here. And I have a very important question concerning the money the Minister of Youth talked about. So I want to know, is it that you're just going to give it out, or you want the youth, a particular youth, to be doing a particular something that will boost you to give the particular person the money? Or you're just going to give it out just like that? Or you have to be doing something that you think might help or aid?
Thank
It's
you.
necessary, Leone.
Okay,
Thank
so the question is about money. Number 2.
Hello, good afternoon. I name Amida Tubiai. So recently we attended a program when our volunteers sparked others. So let me tell you a lot about volunteering for we the youth we just graduate not get job it. So I will ask the minister, how will the minister recruit, train and support youth volunteers and also youth leaders? Because I want to appreciate my colleague Kenejaya because I think he posts a lot about volunteering on page for make we attend. So one know how go to get opportunities and they for do volunteering jobs them.
Number 3.
Good afternoon. My name is Mohammed Salul, and I want to ask a tangible questions. I want to know how comes, or let me say, if those drugs now this country are the producer or na imports the importer, and even if na imports the importer, how they take can we country? Now that's I want to know.
You see, when the chief minister was talking, he made a point about the database in Sierra Leone. So I want to ask him if the database in Sierra Leone is cheaper or higher. Because when he made the points about the database, he said it's lower. Now Africell is 100 leons. Orange was 60, 65, 7, but now it's 100 leons. I want to know which of those three you was talking about, those three services, even QCell.
Now, Prince William, I ask you so.
Yeah, now.
Um, so basically,
Number 5 is up. Please, let's give her yeah. Number 5, you can tell him whilst they're answering.
Okay, somebody get the mic
Yeah,
up.
just talk. Number 5, just talk, Adeyeye.
Who is taking the mic?
So she's talking about Kush. You don't see police they arrest the drug dealers there, man.
Okay. Oh, it is about how they can contribute to blow whistle on somebody they suspect peddling drugs in their communities. So thank you very much for the concern and wanting to provide a national service. About youths, the money, how somebody they get her, and which they make somebody get her.
Okay. Plenty thank you to Mrs. Larry asked that question. So the current one where they go in at $300, they train there. So whether you be there for business or you're not there for business, they train there and group them together. The proposed one where we intend for do, we say God go give you the money, we they prioritize, like what we say, the one that we are the low income earners. Not so you will go school right now. Now the one that we they pass small farmer market, the one that where they sell na the Luma, the one that where they are then hard to reach, then village area there, the one that where they sell abacha, and then people in force will prioritize. We own targeted figure now 4 million people will try for target. We say God go give you the money. However, even though they do that one day, they graduate them because what two one for do like what this one they happen, so they lessen the whole land. People will come together in tens. So $300, 10 people they get $3,000 for able to do business. But we don't look at which kind of business really 10 people go do. And that make we now we own future all the plan. We don't say at least one person can get 20 million. I think that no more come for me.
And then we get one for youth volunteers. How then we able for recruit?
Okay, then I think me and Rado. So we can talk about that before. So waiting we they try for do. I think there has been previously they do the job fair programs there. So we they try, what do they call we don't want to call it job fair, but one call it like a summer something. We'll get a name. Where we say we will link the young people into the private sector with the Ministry of Labor and the Ministry of Communications, Technology and Innovation, so that young people can able to interact with the private sector or people that are employer there for see their potential and see the able get as interns.
You know, when you begin talk about when they begin talk about volunteerism, I see Salima they say that you people we can go to. You know, so I mean this is very important for note. As a country, we don't talk about volunteerism for the longest time. At independence in 1961, Samuel Timagai mentioned that it's a lot of volunteer for build a role, for contribute, build a community center, you know, a lot of volunteer because a development pathway. As government, we don't know say that a very viable pathway to jobs. I mean, I mean the United Nations says UN volunteers, people then can transition there to permanent jobs and this and that. So that document they a day before cabinet right now with a review. And at the manifesto where His Excellency run on, we've been recognize the fact say Sierra Leone, for example, now a very deeply divided country. You know, the National Youth Service Scheme Day already, that one they provide an opportunity where you they come out for example, like what the chief minister like for making that example, you they go now Mongo, you know, for the far flung east south rather. So you they go Mongo, you go live there. Sometimes you first time that you don't go away from the people there. Sometimes they left, you see one fine baby, or you see one good man, you marry. So now you begin to look at the values, not to outside the person come on, not to tribe, not to religion, not to party again they look at. So that one day, apart from the job, a pathway to jobs, it also they contribute to building a united, progressive, and cohesive nation. So that document they own, but at the moment you get the National Youth Service Scheme, where they provide limited opportunities for that, and up to where they go all the way. Thank you.
And even from an informal point of view, Mr. Moderator, from an informal point of view, we they talk to you them inside here and wherever you want this. You don't need for wait for government for make you begin fen work, we go put something at you belly. We tell this story, 16, 17 years of age, SLPMB. I just don't fail me O levels in academy. Na SLPMB na the first I begin go. I've been the hard labor, been the flows banga bag na SLPMB. I able to get money, for able to take care of myself and start from there. I have tons of people where then go begin for free. Wake up in the morning, no sit on a house. Door to door, office to office, line your street, 1 mile area from your street. Whose office where they dey, whose shop where they dey, whose business where they dey, where you get skill, where if you just go there in the morning from 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock, you dey come out there. Something there where you go do where they add value. Where if na the thing sell for it for the day you go get her. If you do it for 1 week, 2 weeks, you dey demonstrate a capacity where you get that then go begin give you transport. You not go take, then go begin give you something and make sure you begin get side, forget the experience and get something for putting in your pocket. No sit down for nothing, no wait for government. Wake up every day, look for Usai, you dey go contribute your skills where you get something back in return. That would be my advice to everybody. You don't have to wait for government.
Thank you very much. So, somebody want to know this data way the chief minister talking about. Did it go up or did it come down? The data bundle.
Thank you very much. I know say the chief minister always at the ask him, but I go step in for him and answer and we because no say as he say cost of data, how much data costs, affordability is a topic that everybody cares about and see what they look at. I think the first point of it in terms of saying yes, the important to note that there was an increase in a bundle promotional package, not an increase in the tariff cost. Promotional offers that see where most people they do business, you count promotion today, you change her, you adjust and those change, those businesses do. Even people that already sell in a shop today go say, I dey sell this today, I dey sell 1 for 2, tomorrow I can don't pull them now 1 for 1. So businesses have the bandwidth. We say na free economy we allow businesses to come within them where they attract and drive interest and then they adjust them as the market change. That's something we allow. But somebody asks he talk about so and on a global, if you check 2018 to now, cost of data is not the same. As the chief minister mentioned, they sell broadband at $40 per Mbps. Now the wholesaler, the seller at 10. That is important because if you buy wholesale 40, of course the retail, you look for making that money, so that cost study implies. So because of that change, we don't see significantly cost of data don't decrease. Before, I don't know that we go 2018, if you talk about for put internet na your host, you're talking about $1,000 for put internet na your host before 2018. First of all, that number even day. The host the women get internet na the host, we go contemporary. But now, if you talk about the different providers, I think say now somebody, I think saving recently they see 600,000 leons, 600 leons, you dey fix internet na use. Now na salon. Before what you talk about $1,000 worth of investment, now you talk about 600 leons. So that then a real fact. If you go to any of the ISPs, you see different promotional offers. I don't think you get anything more than 2,000 to 2,500. Obviously, with Starlink now, then they also we don't see improvements there. But I will answer the question about, okay, more say average across the region, who say we dey? Again, these are verifiable facts. We know say always this is a question that comes up. If you check the cost of data Nasalowe compared to USD, because if you want judgery against the region, you get for convert that 100, waiting adande in USD, then you compare across other countries where we in the region. Across the region, we're average. We are not the cheapest, but we are not the most expensive. It means we come to West Africa, Naya, Salon, where you compare all the countries, the waiting cost of data look like, you defend with some sign at the middle. We're around the average. And I say all this to say, not to say we think it's the best, we think say that day one day, we want to make data cheaper. Not just for we, even the MNOs, by the way. Because SSF no say, where data cheaper, more people use it, the more people use it, the more they sell, the more money they make. But so many factors then they will contribute to more eventually able make that cost of data more cheaper. And then I think there where there and we the government we work towards one a process. Not so today no more Zoop would able put on because this sector costs money. As we don't tell you now, we don't say over this year, we don't spend over $250 million to put up one tower site, cost thousands of dollars for put on one site no more. So the sector therefore generates the money for able, made able do the improvements that they do, for made the company able survive. This big. For the Sierra Leoneans, the way that they hire, for me to continue for get a job, all of that needs to happen. We work towards them. We don't think we're where we need to be, but so we are on average across the region, cost of not expensive, we're not.
Thank you very much. The question, let me answer to the Chief Minister. So, justice for letting him talk on. See.
Thank you very much. I think in addition to what the minister say, we get what they call the Mbps, megabytes per second. What's in that mean? It means say if you want to watch video like where you take lecture, you need the speed, the data for download at a higher Mbps. If you want for send photo, you need higher Mbps. So the minimum download and upload that by how much data you send per second. Because when you want to send something and you depend lower Mbps, it take long time. You're able to download and watch films. Educational material. So it's important that we know the difference that if you get 1 Mbps, we're 9 them in the sell cheap. So say you want for send email or for send small message, but we want for stream. So you not go sell internet at 1 Mbps rate. Now like my explainer, you get pump that you host. Now the same faucet 90, now the same mot 90 pump get. But you get that thing where you control the pump, how much water they can. 1 Mbps, now like where you turn on, you lock on small water, now in the drops one by one. Even though now the same system you get, it different from where you open that tap the small, then boku water they come out. So the price where you pay, so you go get that water where they drop so. Now water still low, now internet still. It different from where you open them, where boku they come out. When you go get water in the morning, now before you go to school, you want make the water come out boku, not so. If it drop small than that you pay for, you go late for, go outside, they go, you know they get water enough. Now the difference than the in pricing with it. So more enough follow people then they say more, oh, internet don't go up. They're not like we. The UN ITU, the minimum standard for what they call internet data were meaningful. Now 9 Mbps. So may we expectation be different. as young people then, we not for the demand 1 Mbps, because if you calculate how much you actually download per month, now like 1 terabyte. May we have higher expectations? Say we want from where we get Mbps, when a 4, 5, 8, we're gonna make sure say we go download things then quick more land. If lecturer say download this information, it take you 10 minutes for download and it's not useful for you. If patients need information, you need to download, it's not useful. So now we country, as the minister say, the amount of water within at that 4 sets day, the price what they pay, don't go down. The telco then don't change how much then they open the tap for we and how much then they sell based on the speed. Somebody mentioned Kush. This country, every day we they arrest people then what they can with drugs. Every day. Na airport, na port. Usai they come on? Brussels, India, London. They know they make tramadol in this country. And one major announcement the way this government here they can with. You hear that person read the poem that 225. The legally allowed tramadol way they use for treats now we country now 50, 25 to 50 mg. Anything above than they now illegal. We governments don't decide so we don't meet and they can ban, officially ban tramadol and then form them the way they can so that nobody no go count in our country anymore legally via plain and cheap. Today, if you want can with tramadol now we country 225, you able to do them because we not been done ban them yet. But we as a government don't decide say because we want to protect all the young people them, we they officially ban the importation of tramadol way that amount there. And that announcement they come out. So no, not to governments they facilitate for make them make and not to governments they do instead we they go all out of we way now the ports for catch people there, now the airports for catch people there, now the border for catch people them every day where they can with drugs now we country. And waiting you for do the number then they the toll-free line then they where you see person, where you see something, say something, talk to somebody who they protect you now. Because this government here, they invest so much in our education. We don't want for see when all they sleep in the streets. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On this topic, I really want to let Mr. Abbas, because now then they provide the service. AfriCell is as resilient as Sierra Leone itself. Telling you that can go, but AfriCell, Tranga one, it don't survive everything we don't happen. Recently, now this Friday, the government don't increase prices and that. From our own point of view, CM don't talk, the minister don't talk. But they go say now government don't talk. Waiting really happen.
Thank you very much, sir, Mr. Deputy Minister. We were all over television for just explain, and at the same time, Minister, Mokti Minister, don't explain. You get maybe 3 or 4 data bundles, and we'll be get one pandem at the 1 Mbps, where for do 1 Mbps, na 60 leons when a 1 week. But as Chief Minister said, there are a couple of challenges we've been there with our 1 Mbps day, where make it affect the quality of service on the network in total and completely, whether through abuse, because people know say, well, once I buy the 1 Mbps, I can use it on the 1 whole week. Somebody make party online. And we find out, say, majority, maybe 67, 60 something % of the people, them way, really they clogged up this thing and they want them waiting at that base day. So we said, okay, fine. We double the bandwidth we are available. Instead of 1 Mbps, like Chief Minister told you, it's not about the speed, we double them. So because of the 60 leons, we say, okay, we double the speed from 1 Mbps to 2 Mbps. If you've been want for it to have been increased, it would have been actually maybe double, 120 leons. But if you double 1 Mbps, make and 2 Mbps and charge 100, which mean you actually get a decrease in the pricing. So in no go, the bundle day, and then we talk about tariff. The tariff, how much will they charge for the Mbps in total? Not change at all. Now that bundle day. Now in no more change. So that's the explanation with the panda one day, Mr. Deputy Minister.
Thank you very much. Yabideu, we dey bring account just let Oma understand. Yeah. So when somebody want lie for you, say no, we don't understand what happen. For time, we just want it now 2 questions. Just 2. Wrap up this session. Fast.
Question: will they take one woman and one man? The good thing is the minister is still there. Then they inside this room. Una can meet them and una can ask them. The youth minister, I get an open door policy. Any question we get, go na the ministry. You can ask questions. They're not going to stop you for ask questions. So they're not going to go beat you, say, oh no, not Kaya. They're not going to grab you. Go there, go ask questions. Go to the Ministry of Communication. Go there, may you go ask questions. Go to Salima office, go ask questions. In fact, if you can't you building all the big ministry, then they go ask questions. So not so because you're not able to ask the question, go make you think, say, oh, me, I not ask questions. So that means then people are not care about me. Now because of time, would only take 2 questions, just 2. One woman and one man. And one for give preference to school picking them. The students them. Okay. I see one lady and up here. Yes. And then Albert Academy. No, they ban you first. Grammar school? Okay. Grammar school. Yes, no one ban academy.
Thank you very much. I want to say special thanks to the panelists. I've learned a lot, but this particular question is going my one and only Mama G, who I called Madam Salima. You made mention of using the OneGov to update improve meter applications in Sierra Leone. So I want to ask if that's is actually working in all agencies, like in the area of applying for visa, birth certificates, passports, and that of national ID card, because it's one of the things that people are actually facing in Sierra Leone. When you want to apply for passports, it takes a whole lot of things. Like last week I was at immigration, people suffered a lot to get this thing. So if we can actually get that same system in the area of visa, passports, national ID card, and birth certificate, I think that will help.
Thank you. And then the last, where is the grammar school boy? Okay. We don't ban academy now. Can you ask question again?
Good day, everyone. My name is Bokari Kande from the Sierra Leone Grammar School, SO2. I get a question for the Youth Council President. If they say a travel, be the Ethiopia, I guess, and it says school picking, they make an app. But just like with school, we get an app where they submit assignments and do classworks and other things then. But my question is, how we go know if this app is legit? Because now we they see that they scam people there online, just like super advertise and Dronex. So now my question then.
Thank you. So, Madam Salima.
Thank you very much for that question. So OneGov is live. Anybody can go www.1wan.gov.sl and access OneGov. You can go to the booth and learn more. For now, the service is the way the electricity, driver's license. Driver's license is now live. Through that, you can apply for your driver's license. Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, the students and the loan application scheme is on there. Aviation, some of the drone permits and they on there as well, and so many more. we not get all it. The idea and the plan is to eventually get all and house all of these under one platform, but with the move and with the work with different agencies for see how they on board. And also another point to note, it not means so for start from fresh. Agencies that we already get some form of their system there, so it just means say we integrate them on this. We could just allow citizens just for go one side. You don't need for begin go different side. If you go the one side, you dey see them always click on I, you go to that specific one in page. You dey try for bring sanity towards this space. And also this question also for me now for the youth council. I'm not gonna answer all, but I would say though, lots of those systems the way they talk about, they're already in Sierra Leone, by the way. We'll talk about, if you talk about Bounty platform, which was developed by Christec, somebody noted them, where people that just say, go on job, you put any job there, you access and you pay it online. We talk about as the person from now, they talk about some of them say, but could school them they introduce their system there, so we need to do a bit more in terms of awareness raising and really getting more agencies to be part of it. But Mr. Abbas, Jabas, know we go to these pitch events. You really would be amazed by the young people in our salon where don't develop so many of these different solutions. And I go to them, even me, they're amazed. And it's like, oh my God, somebody don't develop this. They're really amazing as well. So, but obviously we can learn more from we brothers, them, where they out of the region. We also don't do more. Maybe we need to find a better way for make sure say more collaboration there, more awareness raising the bag. So, send back the question to you.
Mr. Keller, before you answer, please, there is also another platform where in the learning passport, where instead of get similar something, you go able for access for the one that way the GSS and SS, all subjects there. So you even get question papers them as well. So that back now very good resources them where students can use.
Yeah, and moreover, not to all of them, like when they say, not to all of them platforms are a scamming platform. They are legit. Like the one I tell you, so then they work with the Ministry of Education directly. Then they go ministry, give them all the learning materials that they download and you can just go and access it. So not to all of them are scamming materials. Yeah. And like somebody they ask how them go able to report. The push dealers. You can reach to the nearest police station and make reports, not make yourself vulnerable for threats, like you go put chest by them. If you know say somebody they put drugs in that area, go to the nearest police station and report. Describe the person in place, let the case give police, let them handle them. Yeah, thank you.
I see that small beginning. Is there a question I want to ask? Oh, okay.
Small. Small.
So I think we don't come to the end of the panel. And we want to tell the panelists them plenty thank you. When I don't take the opportunity for talk to the young people and at this holier so and right across Sierra Leone because I believe that they broadcast this live. And we want to tell when I say what when I don't talk so we get for follow up. We get for all accountable. So the minister make $300. I get for can't take him. And then when I say when I give young people and $300, they can't take me on $300. So if not give for me the next 1 week, when I not say something that happen, if I not post online say I don't receive $300 from the ministry, when I not say something that happen.
I want everybody inside this hall plenty thank you for when I take on time for listening this session of. Thank you very much for the audience.
So before the group photo, I get one quick opportunity for the students them. Now this hall here. So now see this t-shirt I wear. Now they see. Okay. So this now AI for good. This now initiative where ITU, the International Telecommunication Union, that they do for make them able for empower young students them in AI and emerging technologies. And under this program, they get what we call robotics for good. We be seeing on social media recently where some Pekin and go Panama for go represent Salona a robotics competition, right? We even see the chief minister post them. And quite recently, inside May, some other students them then go USA on the same robotics and robotics competition under this initiative when are AI for good. And if you are students now, you get opportunity for learn about digital technology or digital literacy. You get opportunity for learn about robotics. You get opportunity for learn about coding and programming. And also, you get for compete with other students them right across Sierra Leone. Not so only Freetown. So if you then you want for join this thing, you want for you want for learn about robotics, tech. If all in the way the minister of with Minister Salima don't talk about. Now, if I go on my Facebook page when I have Ayoki, now they see a link. Register a team of 5 students, then both JSS and SS, and then we will reach out to una for more compete. And the good news is any team will win from this competition here. So they go Geneva inside July. It's globally for this competition. If you want more information, reach out to me after everything and I can explain to you more. This is an opportunity for young people. I know I'm gonna go and say nothing not they happen. I don't share out a very good opportunity. Thank you.
They charge a small thing for that free advert they we don't do that. So